I hope you're well. Today I'm going to talk about how fake it till you make it does work for identity shifts. And it's very important, especially around self love. Um, how do you get to loving yourself when all you've known is self hatred and all of that? So, essentially, it's not that one day you're going to wake up and start feeling love all of a sudden. What you instead have to do is to start acting as if you already love yourself. So in the beginning, what started when I started my self-love journey, um, I did not at all feel like, I loved myself. So then I wouldn't take those actions. But then I realized that, well, I'm never going to feel like it just out of nowhere. And then, but what I did was set a goal, and the goal was I am going to start acting like someone who loves myself. So, what happened with me is actions came first, not the identity, and then the identity caught up. So, it was sort of just brute forcing. In every situation, I would just ask myself over and over, if I was someone who loved myself, what would I do? I would ask this around 2, 3 times a day, especially in difficult situations, and then I would just take the action which I felt was right, which was self respecting or self loving or compassionate. And slowly my identity started shifting, and then the feeling of loving myself started catching up because then I started to have evidence of a new identity building. Yeah, like I can do it, and this is who I am now. That's the thing about identity, you can just shift anytime. And and then your models catch up. But it does have to start with making a decision, and even if it's uncomfortable, even if it does not at all seem true in the moment, which it will not, you just gotta act as if. And when you keep acting as if, at a point it just happens, because that's anyways how identities are formed. It's formed through like actions, behaviors. And I believe there's like a triad in psychology around action, behavior, to action, thoughts, and identity. So if you're stuck in one of them, you can start playing with the other. Um, so yeah, this is very action based, because what also happens is you can get stuck in the feelings a lot, and you just get stuck in the feeling of self-hatred or shame and everything, and then you just cannot break out of it. That is part of the unconscious feminine energy, where you're just so consumed by sensation and the stories that come with it that you just cannot see it through. And that's why you need the mind, like the healthy masculine force, which cuts through that clarity with action and direction. So yeah, when you're stuck in that sensation and this attachment to these stories of self-hatred and low self-worth and all of these things, you need the clarity and the decisiveness of the mind to be like, no, I'm not going to tolerate this anymore. No, I am going to love myself, and I'm going to start taking actions towards it, because that's how you break from that feeling. And then when you start leading with clarity, you start taking those actions, you direct your mind's healthy masculine potential towards that direction. It works out and you catch up. Of course, this sort of an identity shift works far beyond than just like becoming a person who loves themselves, and at least just discovering that. It can, be for anything. Yeah, hope this helped. Fake it till you make it does work.